morning, everyone, and welcome around the fire again, and welcome here at camp with Wild Earth. We're going to have a few people through, not too many tonight. Herman will join us just now, Rory and Pete as well. But I just thought to start the Fireside Chat, it's always an event where many people are joining us, and specifically I haven't said anything on the drives in the last day and a half. There's always big events. I think Wild Earth, since the first day we went live, lots of things have happened, but along the way certain very special and very big moments come along. And before I talk too long and don't get the words out right, I want to congratulate Graham and Emily on the birth of their beautiful baby daughter, who I haven't seen yet. Look forward to it myself. Mia Chloe Wellington was born Friday night, quite late at night. Both parents are normally up that time anyway, so I'm sure it wasn't too much of a thing. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's a massive event. It's something that's very special. Many of us look forward to it. Many of us have had children before. And I just want to congratulate Emily and Graham on Mia Chloe Wellington. Beautiful name. And Josh, of course, as well, her older brother. It's been a very special day for them, Friday night on the 31st. And I was planning in my mind to do this really beautiful because it's a very exciting event, and it's something that I'm sure they are extremely happy about and many of us are happy about. And I've not managed to do so. I haven't done it nearly as eloquently as I would have liked to, or nearly in a way that I would have liked to sort of pass those emotions on. But from myself and everyone at camp here, from Rory and Herman and Simon and Pete, and everyone at Wild Earth, including you, I would just again like to congratulate and say many, many happy years. I'm sure Mia is going to have a very interesting life growing up around all these kind of things. It's a big event, and I'm sure you will down the line hear more about it. As far as the Fireside Chat goes tonight, it's not going to be the longest talk ever, although I hope it will get a little bit smoother than my opening. And we're going to just sort of ask a few questions. Herman made a nice big fire for us earlier, so we might be sweating a little bit as well. It's still hot out here. We'll talk a little bit about the hot weather and everyone waiting for the rain. Also a question that came through from Jack that was sent through to me earlier this week about animals in Africa that I haven't seen and would like to see. We'll sort of bounce that around a little bit as well and just talk about a few things. First of all, Herman's going to join us. He wasn't planning to join us at first. He's going off tomorrow and he's still finishing off a few things, including his bits, but I got him to do it by promising that I'll take my hat off. Earlier when I came back from drive, my hair was looking a little bit like this, I guess. And Herman said he'll come and talk if I leave my hair like this. So Herman, just to get you next to the fire and also to make you sit around your own fire, please come and say hello.
Hi Peter. Dude, that hair was a lot worse when you got back from
Was it a lot worse?
Just go through it again.
Alright. For you, Herman. Like that. You happy?
Yes,
Alright. I'll keep it like this while you're here.
Yeah, it's very nice to be next to the fire. I made a bit of a big fire, so we're going to get really hot here. Yeah, I'm going on leave tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, going away from the bush is never nice, and I'm also looking forward to coming back after my 2 weeks leave.
Might be very green when you get back. This rain that we've been talking about every day, and we're still waiting for.
Yeah, I've heard you every day say this might be the big day of the big rain.
Part of that I wasn't aware that you could actually hear me, but I'm glad the sound is fixed again, and we can continue the conversation. I think you might have lost some of the conversation earlier with Herman. We're busy talking about the bits with Joel. He's going to, as you mentioned, it'll be out there next day or two through the Wild Earth sites, and it's already on YouTube. And yeah, who knows, maybe one day we get Joel around the fire here as well. He's a great character, although he's more comfortable in Afrikaans than he is in English. But yeah, he's a great person.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah, he is, as you say, a lot more comfortable in Afrikaans. But yeah, when you put a camera on him, it's interesting how he starts speaking English, and he does it quite well. So it was yeah, it was absolutely an amazing experience. That's the only way I can try and describe it.
Yeah, and more hopefully. You were saying how much you enjoyed it. More and more, hopefully, we'll show a bit more of the surrounding areas in various ways, in terms of wildlife and what's going on outside and the villages. There's some great people living in both Utah and Dixie. Basically, most of the people that work around here live in either of those two villages, probably 90%. So you can easily walk into those villages and you know people as you go along. I mean, Lisbeth lives in Utah, Superior lives in Utah.
Yeah, I had a very interesting experience when we drove through Dixie the other day. I was driving through on the back of Jim Reeves' Bucky. He gave me a lift. It's very interesting. I got a lift with Pete down to Utah, but then I didn't have a lift back. So I decided, well, I'm going to stick around there and see if I can organize a lift. And then I got a lift with Jim Reeves, one of the guides.
Yeah, he's been seen once or twice on Drive.
Okay, yeah. Jim Reeves been seen on Drive a few times. I got a lift back with him, and we drove through to that we went on the Dixie to Nelspruit, let them go and watch a movie. So interesting to see some of the recognized time in the local beaches around.
Awesome. Well, Herman, just before you go, not just from the fire, but obviously for the next 2 weeks as well, just like I said, there was a question from Jack, came through a couple of days ago, and I believe he was going to be around the fire with us. Just a couple of questions. He's joined more recently, and the question that I quite liked was just any African animal that I haven't seen that I would like to see, and I'll answer that a little bit later. But I thought I'll ask everyone that as well. Any African animal you haven't seen that you'd like to see, Herman?
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of animals that I enjoyed seeing, but I haven't seen a honey badger yet. So I would love to be able to see. What's the Afrikaans word for a honey badger again?
Ratel.
A ratel, yeah. We've got an Afrikaans saying called as taai as a ratel, which means as tough as a honey badger. So yeah, I would love to be able to see a honey badger out in the wild, and I'm sure this is the place to see it.
You will see them. I mean, there's some places where there's more of them than there are here, but I've seen honey badgers a number of times. The last sighting we had that many of you would have seen with us was the honey badger, 2 of them that were busy climbing into a termite mound, and then a hyena came along and they intimidated the hyena and made a big noise and chased it, and it was a fantastic sighting.